So I just left the supermarket and it was really crowded, and I was standing in line with a lot of groceries in my cart. And all of a sudden, the checkout lady from the aisle next to me turns on her light, looks at me and says, "Ma'am, you're next. I can take you over here." And I thought, oh, good, this is my lucky day. So I said, excuse me, excuse me. I backed up my cart and I maneuvered it into her aisle so that I could start checking out all my groceries. Well, all of a sudden, kind of out of the middle of nowhere, here comes this lady with some eggs and milk. She puts them on the conveyor belt in front of me. And she kind of scoots in, her body language, she's sort of small and scooty and kind of cute about it, puts her stuff on the conveyor belt, and the checkout lady says to Egg Lady, "Oh, no, ma'am, you're not in line next. This lady is," pointing to me. And I thought, well, oh, okay. Well, Egg Lady gets all embarrassed and apologetic. She looks at me and says, "Oh, excuse me." And she takes her milk and eggs and takes them off the conveyor belt. And I've got most of my stuff now loaded on the conveyor belt. And, this is all happening like in 7.5 seconds. So I thought, well, what's going on here? And I said to Egg Lady, "Oh, you're fine. Go ahead. You can go ahead. You got to go ahead of me. I got a lot of stuff in my cart." "Oh, thank you so much." And so she checks out her stuff, looks at me as she leaves and says, "Thank you very much again," and she leaves. And I thought, this is so fascinating. My mental toughness point is, what would you do in a situation like that? She's butting in line. She's not paying attention to the rules. She's pretending she didn't see me. And checkout lady calls her out on this. So my mental toughness push-up for you today is, let's say we all have 100 energy chips that we can spend. We've got it in a jar and we can spend it within 24 hours. And you got to spend it all. You can't carry the leftover to the next day. How are you going to spend those energy chips? Well, I certainly did not want to spend 20 energy chips getting all huffy at this lady, Egg Lady, for butting in front of me. I just wasn't interested. It's not worth it for me mentally to get all jazzed up inside about this tiny little thing she did. Now, I've probably been Egg Lady myself at some point. I don't really remember, but we all kind of break the rules. We all sort of sometimes scoot in front of somebody and hope they don't see us do it. How are you going to spend your energy chips today? Are you going to spend them getting all ramped up and hot-headed over some little infraction that means absolutely nothing? Not me. So ask yourself, how are you going to spend your energy chips today? Now, next week, I'm going to give you another grocery store story where I did spend 20 energy chips. I probably spent 30 energy chips on what happened in the checkout line because I was pretty darn angry at this guy. And I'll share that with you and why that was possibly a little bit more understandable in terms of what I was spending my energy chips on. So something good to think about today. And let's cut people a break and think about how you want to spend your energy chips today. Take care.